And I mean, that's the bulk of it for Curt in his comments on the clubhouse.
Oh, Curtis.
Right? I mean, let's be honest. I really liked it at first, and then I forget who I was listening to it today, but, Curt hasn't played here since when? Seven? So the last World Series.
Barely.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Barely, exactly, at that. He hasn't been there the last couple of years. He doesn't know how things have changed. The only guys that are really still there are, like, Poppy, Veritek, and Pedroia.
Yep, it's analysts such as Curt Schilling and Nomar Garciaparra and a player like Barry Larkin, people like that, and even John Valentine or whatever, and these guys just trying to make a name for themselves, like bashing their old teams, and that's not the way to do it in the business. And I feel like the four-letter sports company, the Almighty, is just going too far with who they're hiring and everything. I feel like Curt Schilling is a good fit.
There's no room to hire reporters anymore. I don't understand it. Everybody that's a reporter on this show is an analyst on their show are all former athletes. So I don't know what that's, and they're not good either. They're not all great. So
and they should really give a chance to people who want to be in the business and have a
knowledge,
have a dream. Like, there's only how many people analyze sports on that channel? Adam Schefter, and that's it.
And you saw that with same situation with Nomar a few weeks ago, where I showed you, Mike.
That's what I was referring to.
The clip where he talks about every Red Sox player that has left and gone to another team, and then the fans have bashed them. And Nomar basically bashed those Sox fans. Well, Nomar, if you feel that way, why do you retire with a minor league contract for one day as a Red Sox?
Yeah. Well, the Red Sox are very frustrating right now, but let's shift gears and give it to you, Nick, for Bruins Talk.
Bruins Talk, there's been a lot going on in the past couple weeks since the season started. So much that we're already changing up the lines.
Please enlighten us.
Yeah, the lineup for the next few days is going to look like this. First line, Milan Lucic, Chris Kelly, Tyler Seguin.
Hold on. Did you say Chris Kelly?
Chris Kelly at center.
He's a first liner?
Well, apparently he is right now. David Krejci's still day-to-day.
He's ranked like 400 plus in fantasy hockey. I took him as a joke.
Second line, Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, Nathan Horton.
Okay, I like that, though.
I like that as well, but Nathan's getting dropped from the first line onto the second. Coach is trying to send him a little message.
The fact that he's not producing.
He's not producing, and we'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
Third line would be a variety of players. Depends who plays, who's injured, who's not, who feels well. Jordan Caron, David Krejci, Rich Peverly, Benoit Pouliot, and the Merlot line, fourth line, stays together as normal.
That's I don't know. The third is a little weird, but fourth that's what you expect.
I don't like first at all, because why is Chris Kelly your center? Why, Coach Claude Julien, are you taking Tyler Seguin off center? If David Krejci is not ready to go, which it doesn't look like he is, put him at center, because he has been using his speed for the past several games. He's been using that ability to skate and get into tough corners and beat players to the puck.
Okay, I'm going to take the other side of this one. I definitely favor this option because you're looking at right now Brad Marchand and Patrice Bergeron still together, and that's a message that is kind of, Claude's being quiet about it, but that these are the two guys that are going to be first liners in probably 2 or 3 years. And regardless of what happens with Lucic, Horton, or Krejci.
Tyler Seguin's your leading points scorer still with 5 points, 1 goal, and 4 assists.
How many games in are we, like 6?
We are 6 or 7 games in, yeah.
5 points? Like,
yep.
Shouldn't it be like 50 by now? Oh, no, I'm kidding. Like, it should be more, though. Like, 5 points? Really?
Well, the thing is they're not scoring. They're
I know.
they're in the Coach Claude Julien system already, where you sit back, you don't let anyone score against you, and then you try to chip one in, and that's how you win a game. And that's not how you win hockey. You need to be aggressive, and that's not what this team is about.
Well, that's exactly it. Now, is the issue goaltending?
I'm going to go with no, because I feel like they've played well. Timmy's goals against average is 1.98.
That's fine. That's if anything, that's great.
Yeah,
for a
and
normal hockey team, but for the Bruins, maybe not.
Well, I mean, you can't expect Timmy to be Superman like he was last year.
All right. Something I'm concerned about, Tuukka Rask. He had a great game. Kelly and I went to the Avalanche game, and he only gave up 1 goal. Unfortunately, the game was 1-0 Avalanche. But in the game against the Hurricane, the second game, fight night, if you will, he gave up like 4 goals. And against the Hurricane, like, really?
2 of those goals, though, they were the what? It was what, 5-on-3?
Yeah, and that goes back to this team playing well, and that's what they're not doing. They don't do it in front of Tuukka Rask lately. I don't understand why. The past year plus since this year, they don't play with him well. I don't get that. But they need to start performing, or something needs to change quickly.
Where's this playoff? Like, should they just grow out their beards during the regular season? Like, where's this playoff push that like
There's no
we saw?
passion. There's not like the rally that there was at this point last spring.
James, you weren't here last week. I gave quite the rant about fans who just sit in the 300 section. That's where we were sitting.
Yeah.
No one cheered. Like, it's like people sitting thinking they know the sport. I forget what someone said. He's like, oh, like why? Kelly heard it. He's like, why is he in that? Like, Thomas gave up like 20. He had like 27 saves. Rask only has 29. And then the guy was like, that 29's more than 27. And he was like, oh, like this conversation after conversation like that in the 300 section of the Garden. And honestly, they should just literally just tear down that section if it's gonna be like that. They should just have the first tier for actual passionate hockey fans. The people like the Mike Hussons out there who sat in section number 7.
Well, Mike, maybe if you made a little bit more money, and if your girlfriend Kelly wasn't so cheap, she could have got you closer tickets to the.
Hey!
Hey, what? I mean, if you want to start playing a drinking game, we should just take a drink every time the name Kelly's mentioned on here. So not only do we have Kelly Driscoll, but we also have Chris Kelly we can drink for, and all these other athletes.
Who else? I don't know.
else?
I'm trying to think of other Kellys in sports.
Sports. You got Kellen Winslow.
Oh, nice. Good one.
We're stretching
cute.
now.
That's cute.
Do you have anything else to say about the Bruins?
Mike.
We're gonna see what are the upcoming games, Nick. Let's see what
The upcoming games we got this weekend. Weekend is San Jose, and then we have
a test.
Yeah, that's a test.
Western Conference Final.
Yeah, and then we have a home and home versus Montreal.
Okay.
2 games next Thursday and next Saturday. So after San Jose, we're going to see where this team's at.
Oh, that's going to be a big test.
And they have a good 4 days off where coach can drill them and coach can skate them. But
which game's home, which game's away?
I don't actually know.
That technology doesn't say what it is. Oh,
yeah.
well.
Oh, well. Who knows?
So, I that's going to be a big test. And we've had games last season where the Bruins crushed the Canadians, and there were games that the Canadians barely won. So.
It's this team where they just sit back on their heels and they need to get moving. Someone needs to light a spark under them, and that might come in an early season trade for a small player. That small role player, just as the
Chris
GM,
Kelly, Rich Peverly,
or something like that. Where
that was not intentional.
Where the GM goes, you know what, guys, you're not performing right. Any of you can go at any time.
Absolutely.
So something I hope if they're still on this track, something like that. May happen.
All right.
Just to send a message.
Yeah, we got some good games coming ahead for sure for the Bruins, so we're going to have to stay tuned and see what's going on with that.